Questions for Melvin? Chad?
Melvin, I was curious. You're one of many transfers on this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball, right? Like, what's that like in the offseason, preseason, getting all these guys on the same page in a new locker room?
I feel like it was definitely a challenge. I feel like we took the challenge. We did pretty good. I feel like we put it all together. Off season, just working out together, going through that pain together. I feel like it builds chemistry automatically for sure. So I feel like we just put it all together. Everybody was accepting to our transfers when we came in. Yeah, it was just a loving culture. It was real good coming in. It was pretty easy transferring in. Well, I wouldn't say the workouts was easy, but it was easy. The team welcoming me coming in was easy. Workouts definitely wasn't easy.
Keller.
Defensively, guys are doing a decent job against the pass. The run defense hasn't been, I'm sure, where Coach Gideon or any of you guys want. Kind of what are some areas where you guys can clean that up and get off the field a little bit more and stop some of those big runs?
I think just being more disciplined in our run fits. You know, when you're in your gap, not jumping out your gap. But we've been working on that. We're constantly working, so we'll definitely get it down pat. It's gonna look how we want it to look when we put it all together and do what we're supposed to do. So just got to keep working at it. Nothing perfect. It's not a perfect game.
Rob?
What's the rotation been like for you, and who they normally have you out there with? You know, is that comfortable with that?
Honestly, that's what the offseason was kind of about. Just getting comfortable with everybody in the room, learning to play more than one position. My coach is pushing us to play more than one position, learning Mike and Will. So honestly, it don't really matter who I'm out there with because we've built that chemistry. I feel like in the offseason, I feel like I could go out there with Cal. I can go out there with Tajay. I can go out there with EJ. It don't really matter. I feel like all of us, and vice versa, we all can flip around and do different things. Especially Tajay. Tajay learning all three positions right now. So, I definitely think it's nothing difficult. It's nothing confusing. It's just go out there, communicate with your brother, and execute.
Chad?
What have been your impressions on Virginia Tech's offense so far?
They got some good athletes. Virginia Tech a real good team. They could definitely come in here. We can't come in and play around. They could come in and put up some points. They got a nice quarterback. Some good running backs. So we just got to do our job like we do every game. Attack this week how we attack every week, and go out and play as hard as we can.
Keller?
You made the decision to come here, obviously. Georgia Tech have been 7-6 over the last couple of years. Now you guys are in a much better position. Was that something that you believed in when Coach Key kind of pitched to you, what he expected or what his vision was, or is this a little bit above kind of maybe what you thought coming in?
No, I definitely had a few different choices coming out of the portal, and I definitely chose G-Tech because I feel like we had a best team like all around, So with that comes competition and everything. So yeah, we definitely have a good team. We have a good two deep, I feel like, offense and defense. We got guys that can go. So coming here wasn't a mistake. I knew what we were going to be able to do. I knew how competitive the team was. So yeah, I was just trusting in Key's playing what he was telling me when I was coming in. I liked him. He kind of reminded me of my high school coach, Coach Harvey. So it was very easy, respecting him and trusting what he was saying.
Garrett?
What was your point of emphasis coming out of the bye week, just personally and for the team? What would you say?
Personally, just probably having more urgency to get out there and get a line, get it set and play. So once my eyes are in the right spot, I can just go, because I feel like my eyes are really good as a player. So I feel like once my eyes are in the right spot, I can just go and play fast as I can. And then as a team, the goal was just to get better all around, tackling, getting off blocks, just the basics, get back to the basics and make sure we're hitting on the things that we messed up the first few 5 games that teams might see on film. So just working at those things.
Gotcha.
You talk about competition. How do you feel like the competition in this linebacker room has made you better? And kind of apart to that, just overall, just how the room been playing all year. You guys seem, very fresh. Everyone's rotating in. Just your thoughts on that as well.
Could you repeat that first part of that question? My bad.
Yes, sir. Just your thoughts, overall, obviously on how the linebacker room's performing. The first part, just the competition in that room. How do you feel like that's made you better?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely made me better. You can't just come out and play around. Can't come out of BS. You got to be on your stuff every day. Got guys like Cal and EJ in the building, guys that have been here, done it right for a long time. And then you got young guys like Tajay, that's just a baller. He's learning every day, getting better every day. Then you got a dude like Kamen. He's just athletic freak. So you just got to come to work every day. You can't get comfortable. You got to keep going, and eventually you'll get better over time. You might not feel it in the time being, but over time you'll get better. You just keep working.
Rob?
How important is it for you guys on defense to come out there the first couple of series and shut Virginia Tech down, not let them get confidence, momentum, that type of thing, to to keep them in the game?
I think it's huge to come out and get the first few stops, just to get the game, just to get comfortable in the game, slow the game down for yourself, get your offense going. But I think it's even more important to like maintain that throughout the game, not just start fast, but maintaining it through the second, third, fourth quarter, so you can put together a whole good game, not just the first.
Kelly?
The benefit of coming here is being closer to home. You were about as far away as you could get from home at your last school.
Yeah.
What has it been like to be closer to home and be closer to family and things like that?
I mean, it's great to be closer to home, closer to family. I feel like I'm a family guy. You know, I like to call myself a family guy. So, you know, it feels good having my family come up to the games. It's not that far, just a 6-hour drive from home. So it's definitely better being closer to home. I can go back sometimes. They come up here and visit. Yeah, it's definitely easier. But I feel like going away earlier in my career helped me mature, helped me learn how to do things on my own and, you know, figure things out. I feel like that's what college is about. So that's what I did.
Chad?
Do you all sense the Wake Forest game maybe a bit of a wake-up call for you all, in a sense of not taking anybody lightly?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say we took them lightly, though. But, yeah, I feel like it's a wake-up call. Every team, you know, needs a wake-up call. You know, you come out. But I feel like that's college football in general. You come out playing against any team. Anybody can come and beat you. Everybody got athletes now. Everybody getting players transfers. So you come out any given Sunday, you can lose. And so I feel like that's something I've definitely learned playing college football for a while.
Anything else? No, but thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.